uh, which goes, despite all the odds, you maintained a state of calm and recognized the importance of doing so to alleviate the fear of others. So much on one person's shoulders. What advice would you give to other leaders so they can maintain a state of calm and look after their mental health?
Um, I think you've got to have a release. I mean, I was very, very lucky, as I said. I was able to call the chairman to chat. And I think that's for me that was an absolute blessing, and because he's got a vast array of experience to talk through plans, and I think that was a great release for me. But also, people are going to be very careful of is having confiding into other people in the team, because ultimately leadership is a really lonely place. You're making the decisions, you're accountable. And if you start confiding too much in other people, then is that trust not going to be broken? But you're probably not giving the aura that you need. You can't really show weakness. I mean, again, I was very fortunate in the early part to have someone with me who I could talk to and share concerns and get through. But once that person left, I was pretty much on my own. You've got to maintain this persona to everyone. I think that's really important. And you've got to understand your own limitations as well. And I think that's very, very important.
So it's revealing this aspect of the chairman of the organization's role here, because he is actually acting in a leadership role, but remotely. And so how direct was his leadership of you at that point?
Probably going to get in trouble here now. I would say he let me get on and run it. I mean, I think there's a great thing in one of the SAS operations in Op Barras, which is when they did the hostage rescue in Sierra Leone. And, they had the operations room, miles away. And once the team got onto the ground, they sent their first radio message, which is, contact 2 casualties, wait out, which basically means in army terms, we'll give you more information. And one of the people in the ops room instantly leans forward to the radio to find out more information. And, the CO at the time said, no, leave them. It's their battle now. It's their fight. And we're just here to support. And effectively, that's what Richard did. I mean, he was there to support. He let me get on with it. And, he gave me exactly what I needed at the right time. He probably put some of my world of plans into the back. But it was, when you're in this position, you don't have time to be speaking to someone else all the time because it's so fast flowing. The amount of information coming in from different sources that is so credible that you have to filter out. It's impossible to be doing that. So yeah, his leadership style became incredibly supportive.
Have you spoken to him since about that?
Yeah, we have had some good chats on it. Yeah, and it's been interesting. So, but he again, someone who's really helped in the recovery afterwards as well.
Great. So that's actually, that's an important. It seems a strange thing to say, really, but it's an important subsidiary leadership role, that, isn't it? When whatever the situation is, there will be people outside of the crisis zone, be it a commercial one or a danger zone such as yours, and their style has to be quite carefully judged, doesn't it? I think is what I'm picking up from you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like Alexander, the group COO, never really been in a crisis before, and this is his first one. I mean, he did such an outstanding job supporting by doing out. I think that's also interesting because it must have been for both him and for Richard, they're wanting to get more information. The urge to phone, and it was probably enormous. But they let us, they let me get on with it, and I think that's a really important lesson. Like when I was doing it, once I gave people a task, I let them get on with it. I think it's very, very important when you're actually doing the leadership in the crisis is not to constantly stress your team with questions and, have you done this? And if you've given them something, you've got to allow them time to do it. Whatever you set your deadline, whatever you set your goal, you've got to do that because they're stressed as well. And likewise, that leadership is, although direct leadership, you've still got to allow people to do that and not be on their case the whole time.